Yellow. So I know it's been a while since I did my last vidja. I haven't gotten lazy on it. It's we've had a lot going on lately, but good news is I'm back, so I should start having more vidjas out more often. I think it's been like almost 2 weeks since that last one, which is ridiculous. But as I said, you know, we've had last video I put out was when we were heading up to Pigeon Forge, and haven't made another one since. But yeah, a lot of people probably think I've gotten lazy, but I haven't. If you can see it, adjust my camera a little bit. You can see that right there. That right there is why I haven't done another video here lately, because I have been preoccupied with constructing this. For anyone who doesn't know what it is, this is a tree stand. Well, yeah, you could consider it a tree stand. It's a lot bigger than a normal one. As you can see, the construction of it's almost finished. We have to run some bands across there, and they go on all 4 sides. And I think if you can see that open space coming down, I think we're going to run a strip there. We've got to put the door in, because I've got a door. And then right there, if you see that little square box, that's for a window. I got a window there, a window on the back side, and then a window on this side on over here. But I'm not really going to be out here working today. Everybody's going to town shopping. But what I am going to do is, as you can see on the floor in here, I've got to do a little sweeping. Now I know a lot of y'all think, well, you know, it's just going to be a tree stand. That's true, but for me, you know, I like to have a bit of cleanliness with stuff like this. So I'm gonna sweep up a bit. My little dustpan with me. But while I'm cleaning, I'm gonna keep, you know, as I said, it's been about 2 weeks, or a week and a half, somewhere around. No, yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks since my last video, which that is really unacceptable for my standards, at least. But when you get preoccupied with working and doing this, you know, you really have to put all your time into what's most important. And at the time, for right now, it's this, because this thing isn't going to build itself. But as I said, a few nails in here. But as I said, those last few little nick jobs that we got to do on it, we got to run a few bands and do the doors and the window. Do the door and the windows. And that should have it all. Yeah, as far as I know. Well, let's see. No, we'll have that done. And then my mother and my sister and my grandparents are leaving next week. Once again, they are going to our old home down in Tifton, or Lenox, Georgia. Anybody aside from my family knows what that is, give it a shout out. They are going down there for a couple days, take care of the old house, 'cause we've still got it. And actually what we're going to do is, what these are right here, these are just braces to kind of give the building a little stability. But what they're going to do is, we're going to actually, well, they're going to bring back some sheetrock. And we're going to sheetrock the walls. And then we're going to slap a piece of sheetrock on the ceiling. And then maybe do a little extra insulation on it. And she should be ready to go after that. The thing would have probably been up sooner, but my granddad had to have eye surgery, so that kept him down for, I think, almost 2 weeks, or about 10 days. So we wasn't able to do anything. But he's finally he's been better, so that's how come we're this far along. And I'm actually glad we got this. See, I had thought about, I really wanted to build this, but at the same time I kept thinking, you know, instead of building it, or instead of building one, why couldn't we have just gotten us a one of those little small 2-person pop-up campers, pull behinds, cut us out a little path and come down in here. But because, you know, money is tight, you have to kind of pinch pennies. So I kept that as an idea. I was like, well, you know, that can be an option. You know, if we can't get all the material to build one, we'll search around and find us a little pop-up. But I did some looking myself, and the cheapest one I found was $3,500. And that was one that was in good condition. You know, I had the little sink in there and all the little amenities that you would find in a small camper. But my grandmother said that found one at $3,500, she could find one a lot cheaper. Well, that's not a real bad idea to find one cheaper than $3,500. The downside to that is, if you found one cheaper, 9 times out of 10, a camper that's cheaper than that, you'd probably end up having to put a couple $100s worth of work into it just to get it, you know, in the right condition. So I was like, well, you know, for now, let's just try to build it, you know, see if we can do it. If we can't, then, you know, we'll sit and talk and we'll see what we can do about a pop-up. But luckily for me, because of how bullheaded I am, I was able to get them to agree to the building, and we built one. But see, the thing I like about it is when you, the thing a lot of people need to really consider for something like that, see, when you build one yourself, you can build it how you want it, versus buying one that's already been built. If you buy one that's already been built, you're buying it after it's been made the way the builder, the way the builder wants it. But if you build it yourself, you can build it how big you want it, how wide you want it, and you can put in it what you want. And that's what I thought was a good idea. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Like I said, this was an update video to let everybody know that I'm still here, still doing my vidjas. Not doing them as often, but I'm going to get back into it. Once we get done with that deer stand out there, I'll be able to put more time into them to be able to do more. But yeah, I'm going to close this out. Love you guys to death. The weekend's coming up. Have an amazing weekend. I know I am. And don't forget to live to thrill.